Alright, we are with Higher Ground Espresso at Chi Alpha, and I'm going to show you how to make some of the basic ice drinks that we use for outreaches and we use a lot for our Friday nights. The first we're going to do is our caramel latte, which is also the same as a vanilla latte, and I'll explain that later. So on any drink, because you're kind of time sensitive, the first thing to do is once the machine's all fired up, the water temperature's warm, go ahead and press the button, it'll start grinding and pouring the espresso. So while that's going, we're going to do a caramel. So we're going to take it, these are the equivalent of grande size, 16 ounce. So you do 4 pumps of caramel. If you're doing a vanilla, you do 4 pumps of vanilla. So you put that in. Make sure you get the full pumps. 2, 3, 4. So you got that there. And now I'm going to wait for the espresso to pour. Now as that's pouring, you can see, you want to zoom in there, it's like a kind of a golden brown color. That's like the ideal color you want espresso. If it's too black or if it's too watery, we'll kind of go into more detail on that later. But that's the one, golden brown, and you don't want like a full cup, you want about 2 ounces, which it'll hit somewhere, yeah, right in there, that's about perfect. So take that, immediately pour that in, and you do milk. Just leave maybe 1.5 to 2 inches for ice, somewhere around there. And then the ice will be a little sloppy. Normally you wouldn't be using your hand, but since we don't have a tool right now, just do ice. Put on the lid. Throw a straw in it and you're done. So that would be it. Normally you'd have the name in there as well. So that's a caramel latte. Vanilla latte is the exact same thing, just put vanilla instead. So again, it's 4 pumps. As the shots are pouring, you do that. As soon as the shot's done, pour it in, milk on top, ice. Next we're going to do a mocha. Essentially the same thing, so we're going to start here again. Now the difference on mocha, because the syrup's thicker, I pour the milk first. So put a milk, remember leaving room for ice and put a shot of espresso. So you got that. So again, this is doing its work, I'm doing my work. Now I'm going to put a little bit of syrup, about 1/4 inch. I know you're kind of guesstimating because there are no pumps. I'm just putting a little bit of that. And what I recommend is you have like a stir or something. I'm just going to use a straw. But by mixing it, you can see it's all on the bottom. I'm just mixing that up. That'll get the flavor to kind of go consistently throughout it. The color's changing there, it's a good thing. Kind of varying on how much you put on it, but you don't want to put too much because most people like some taste of coffee, not all sugar. One shot of espresso, mix that up. You see it's a nice golden color there. Again, throw in the ice. And that's a mocha. So I say about 1/4 inch of chocolate. It's not exact, you don't want to fill it too full like I did. So leave a little bit of room there when you put it in. So I'm going to start this off with caramel macchiato. Now the caramel macchiatos, they actually are vanilla syrup with a little bit of caramel drizzle. That throws off a lot of people because it says caramel in it. So you start the shot. I'm going to put in 3 pumps instead of 4, so you're doing 1 less pump. That's important to remember. Caramel macchiatos actually aren't that sweet, even though they sound really sweet. On this one, like the mocha, after the syrup we're going to pour in the milk. We're going to do something different on this one. You don't do the other one. It's called upside down, or some people call it old school, meaning that the shots go on top of the milk and the ice. So while that's pouring, you want to get some ice in there. Probably about that much. Still leaving room for the shot. When that's done, so you still the golden brown. It's a really awesome machine. So you got that on top, and you're not going to stir it in. You're actually just going to put some caramel on top, not a ton. I'd say somewhere around there. Again, you're kind of guesstimating. And that's a caramel macchiato. Now you can see the different layers. It's actually floating. The shots are called floating. They're sitting on top. So you want to zoom in on that. So when you put the straw in, what it does is it allows you, when the straw's first in, you just drink and it's really sweet, getting all the sugar off the bottom. And at the end, you're getting a quick shot of the espresso. So typically caramel macchiato, that's how it's going to be made unless they ask for them different. So this one's called upside down. The last one we're going to do is just a doppio, espresso, or the say doppio means 2, or a quad shot. Same thing, put that in. For us, since we're not doing hot drinks, just going to put ice in. Fill it up with ice. All it is, just ice and espresso. It's very strong. Kind of your man's drink, too manly for me. So other things to notice is if this comes out really black, then ask the staff to adjust it. They'll know how to adjust the grounds. or if it comes out really watery, like you know it's pouring up here, and then it's going to be really watery and diluted. It's going to taste really gross. Students aren't going to like that very much. This one's coming out just about perfect. It's called an espresso over ice, or if they say doppio or any of those, or solo. Americano is the exact same thing. You would just add water to fill it up. So other than that, it's your basic drink. So you got your caramel vanilla latte, which is 4 pumps of syrup, your milk and your ice and your shots. You got your mocha, same thing, about a 1/4 inch, and then just make sure to put in the milk first, then stir it up, and then put all the shots and keep it stirred. Caramel macchiato is not stirred. Syrup first, milk and ice, shots on top, caramel on top of that. And then the espresso, like this, just ice and espresso. And the Americano just with water. You can make a chocolate milk. You guys can figure that one out. Or it could be for the grounds drawer. There we go. So you just dump it out. If you have water, you can rinse it out. You don't need to do that right away. That should take care of that. Okay, so now that light's gone off, so we're back to good. Empty the grounds drawer. But the important thing is when you're doing espresso, as it's pouring out, you're doing other things while the espresso is pouring, so you don't have to do anything. But as soon as that finishes, the espresso, you want to get that over ice, you want to get it in the milk, whatever you're putting it in, put it in immediately. The quicker you do, the better it'll taste. If you wait longer, it'll turn black, and it'll get really bitter and not near as good. So that's a basic rundown of what we make and how to make ice drinks for outreaches.